Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 9th of February, 2026. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back this evening with more Animal Crossing. We don't usually do Animal Crossing in the evenings, but we didn't do an afternoon stream because I had a very long appointment, and yeah, it kind of took took our entire stream time. To be honest, it was a long appointment. It was a long appointment. So we are gonna do some Animal Crossing tonight. Kind of chill out, do our dailies, see what's going on in our town, and go from there. Go from there. As for tomorrow, everything should be relatively normal. Animal Crossing in the afternoon, south of midnight in the evening. Wednesday, also a normal day for Wednesday, which will be Animal Crossing that leads directly into our Division 2 collab with the Leave Ending and Void after 12 p.m. I will double check with them at some point, either today or tomorrow, probably both, to make sure they're still good for that. If not, then we will continue Ocarina of Time on Wednesday. If they are good for that, then of course Division 2. And then of course Ocarina of Time will come back on Thursday if we do Division 2. But yeah, so that's what's going to be going on with the Animal Crossing stuff. I think we've basically got like one more thing to kind of see slash unlock with Animal Crossing, which is like the next step of the hotel. After that, I don't really think there's much else to kind of interact with, hotel or otherwise. There's mainly like special islands through the boat rides that we can see. Obviously, there are the seasonal things like new fish, new bugs as the seasons progress throughout the year. Obviously, we're not going to be playing this all year. And we've got a lot of stuff we got to get to this year. So we're probably going to play this till the end of the week at the latest. And then we'll probably by next week be moving on to some new stuff for our afternoon streams. We'll be doing some more. We'll be moving on to a series of games for our long form slot, and then going from there. But yeah, in our evening streams, we're going to continue South of Midnight, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Obviously, Friends' Favorite Retro will continue after Ocarina of Time. After South of Midnight, we'll be continuing a horror game, another horror game, and continuing those rotations as well. So by next week, hopefully, barring any issues, we should be getting into a bunch of new things. So should be a pretty exciting time for our our content at the very least. But yeah, I probably end up continuing playing Animal Crossing off stream, which it like honestly, if I had a million hours to stream and create content and be a part of other people's streams and all of that fun stuff, I probably would do that, but there's just not enough time to do all the things that we need to do. So I'm pretty much, like I said, making the decision to end our Animal Crossing stream by the end of the week. Because the whole point was to kind of get to the 3.0 and show off the 3.0 content, as well as just some general Animal Crossing content. And I think we've pretty much showed off most of it. Like I said, once we get to the second half, essentially, of the hotel stuff, we'll show that off, and then we'll be good to go. But I don't want to linger too much longer, because again, you could play this year round. There's a lot of people that do like time skipping and stuff. We're playing it kind of very, very OG like, vanilla like, where you don't do time skips. You don't go to islands and just gather a whole bunch of stuff from other islands and or anything like that. It's just just if you were playing by yourself as the game was intended, kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with all that other stuff. I know some people might see the title and stuff, and I talked about this as we were playing it. Some people might see the title as some sort of slight against the other ways that people play the game, and that's not what it's meant to be. It's just, I wanted to be clear about how we're playing the game versus how other people play the game, and there's nothing wrong as long as you're not harming anyone else's experience of the game. There's nothing wrong to play this in any way you see fit. If you like time skips, if you like going to the treasure islands and getting specific furnitures to create specific aesthetics and stuff like that, do whatever makes the most fun for you with the game. There's no slights here. It's just, I wanted to show off kind of a vanilla or kind of a OG Animal Crossing experience to the gameplay, just as kind of a different form of the content, because again, a lot of people play it more in the other ways, and I wanted to show a different experience, maybe, so that way people, when they came to this content, be like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of playthrough, or not very often see that kind of playthrough. So, just gave a new perspective. That's all this really was, just kind of showing how we get to this point through this form of content. That's all it was meant to be. And I wanted to clarify that as we kind of head into the last weekish of the content about. And I hope it's been enjoyable overall. For this Animal Crossing. Like I said, Animal Crossing is definitely, at least the OG game. But the series overall it's one of my favorite series. It's a nice, fun, little cozy game where you just check in every day and do some stuff and just have fun. There's I feel like there's just not a lot of games out there that do the real time thing and just have a reason to kind of come back and hang out for a couple hours each day and do that kind of thing. And it's always been a joy of mine to do that, even back in the OG days. So I appreciate the game series for doing that, and I hope, fingers crossed, maybe in a year or two we'll get a new one, a new Animal Crossing. With them dropping the 3.0 recently, I doubt it, but who knows? Maybe in a year or two we'll be talking about the new Animal Crossing game, and we'll be able to enjoy that one together and explore all the fun that has. But as for now, we're going to go ahead and jump back into this one and do the stuff that we normally do. So, just making sure everything is up and running, and YouTube is actually here with us today, because the other day it was not working properly, but it looks like it is working today. I did get that video for Animal Crossing uploaded. I will upload the house flipper very soon, but the video for the last Animal Crossing stream is up on YouTube now, as well as the one we are currently streaming is currently it's currently live, so it will be up there as well. So you'll be able to catch up on everything very, very soon. I just missed it. Just missed the prompt. If you miss that prompt, you have to wait for it to load again before you're able to before you're able to do it. But it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so we're gonna do our dailies, talk with our friends, get some new recipes, hopefully, see who's visiting our town to the hotel, do probably the last hotel rooms, and then yeah, and then see where we're at. It's gonna be kind of a chill evening. I don't know who our NPC was, but I think it did peak Flick there. So right there at the end, it looked like Flick was in our town, which is good, because Flick is there until 5 a.m. Both CJ and Flick tend to hang out until the day turns over. Flick is the bug catching partner of CJ. So now there we go. Flick is in town. Can you share to him, let him make his time here extra special. Support and your enjoyment of the island. Alright. So, also make sure to stop by the cafe when we do our fossils, because we got to keep hanging out with Brewster. Let's see what we got going on in here. Rocket. Okay, so Rocket sent us a letter. Probably means Rocket wants to talk to us. We'll have to make sure that this is going to be our gyroid friend for the day. Hello, Squeakoid. Nice. Okay, we got tomatoes. Go ahead and water our crops for the day. Okay, we've got tomato and wheat so far. We need potatoes and carrots. Our other ones that we know about so far. That we'll be able to cook with. And I will say, I did a bit of research, and I was, turns out I was correct. Each villager personality does have their own recipes, both cooking and crafting. So it is good to diversify your villager pool so they can give you different recipes. Alright, centipedes, definitely not worth catching. They do not give you a whole lot of cash. Unless, of course, you need them for, like, the museum or whatever, but we've already done that, so. I think I'm going to go ahead and repair our shovel. I don't think we've repaired it recently, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. By repair, I mean customize. But you can customize the gyroids? Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize you could customize the gyroids. Huh. Good to know. We also need to check what our Nook miles for the day are. What do we got? Alright, looks like selling items, tending flowers, which we'll do, catching bugs, cook something, and go for a coffee break. Alright, cool. We'll be doing all of that today anyways, as part of our normal running around. Wait. Oh, it's a clear night. Hold on. There it is. Yep. Thought I heard that noise. Okay, so... Man, I have to talk about what I heard. So, in the background, it was very light, but there was like a shing sound that I heard. That was the sound of a falling star. Which means there might be... Celeste might be in town, which I thought she would make an announcement if Celeste was in town. They usually fall in packs of 3. So, on clear nights, you can have falling stars. And if you look up and you push the A button during the night when a falling star happens, it'll be on your beach the next day. Okay, we might have missed the other 2. But yeah, so shooting star. Now, the stars can be multiple things. The reason why you want to catch them, though, is they're also time-based. So the time of year can give you certain stars of that time of the year. So, like, the zodiac seasons. So, like, we're in February. Oh, God, I don't even remember what February is. What is February? Zodiac. Aquarius. No, that's... Yeah, until February 18th. So, it's Aquarius, it looks like. I also hear a present. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a right-to-left traveling present. You don't get those too often. Usually they're left to right. Anyways, a lot of stuff going on here at the beginning of our the beginning of our night. Okay, I'm gonna turn up my volume a little bit. None of those rocks are our... You also gotta make sure your hand is empty when you look up to do the stars, I believe. Hi, who are you, Angry Squirrel? Ricky. Gotta say, I hate it. Wow. Cool, thanks, Ricky. You must be a cranky person. Hey, Rolf, nice glasses. Why are you wearing your sunglasses at night? Nice Corey Hart impression, I guess. Oh, we've got a new note on the board. Festival announcement. February 16th is festival. Help from a professional dancer, Isabel. Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. Festival is the 16th. Is this Tex? Definitely getting a shout out. Okay, well, thank you. Suck to Salil, who's doing their yoga. I need to make a list of what everybody likes so I can start giving people gifts. Because when you give them gifts they like, they'll give you something back. And again, we need to start collecting recipes from them because some of them have really good like cooking and crafting recipes. Like Cookie is our Peppy villager. She has the other shell recipes. There's a shell rug and some like a shell table. Up there it is again. Dang it. You heard it, it went ding, ding, ding. There was 3 stars there. We only got the last one. So. But, well, it's a good thing we logged on tonight, actually. Because, we're getting our first, meteor shower. Which leads me to believe Celeste should be here. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I think Celeste shows up the next day. I think you have to have acquired star shards first, and then Celeste shows up. I think that's what it is. What's up, Cobb? Are you sick? Okay, Cobb needs medicine. Let's go make Cobb some medicine. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking up and spamming A. Just to make sure we don't miss any stars, because we'll need those for cool stuff. We have just enough. Was it just enough weeds? What happened to all our weeds? I guess we sold them. Alright, Cobb, we got you some medicine. Friend. Feel much better now, you're a true hero. Bow Sherling coat. Well, thank you. Smile Isle. Yeah, so you also get stuff like that for doing requests. I don't know if we're gonna get any more stars. I think you only get like 3 to 5, and then like that's it. Ah, speaking of shell stuff, this is some of the stuff you can get. So this is, I believe, the bed. Yeah, that's the bed. We have the arch. So this is some of the stuff that you can get from the Peppy Villager. Um, but Rhonda's actually a normal villager. Veggie cupcakes. Interesting. We don't have any veggies, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean we can't run into veggies on one of the mystery aisles, so... We'll have to keep an eye out. Okay, message a bottle over here today. Okay, Rocket sent us a letter. Maybe Rocket remembered what they needed us for. Rocket is Big Sister personality, so... Wanted for her birthday. My birthday was yesterday, but hand mirror would be nice. Got a Vestius. I could afford his apology card. Yeah. That would be a heck of a thing. Who are you? Maggie. Okay, well, hello, Maggie. Welcome to the island. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get many else. I think, like I said, I think you get like 3 to 5, and then that's it for the night. Again, they don't technically get them until the next day when they're on the beach. Okay, well, we found the Lucky Rock. Well, that's good. I'm gonna keep my net out for safety, because we are running around at night. Oh. Wow. That dung beetle that was rolling that thing definitely almost messed us up for the day. By the way, that's why that ball was so big already, is because a dung beetle rolled it. But I'm guessing the dung beetle also rolled themselves into the river, which is why that ball was right there. I gotta get this one right today. We've had 2 misses past 2 days, so we gotta make up for it. There we go. Perfect. Frozen table. Okay. Alright. Another one. Down. Okay. So... we're not going to do our boat rider hotel just yet. I just wanted to go see if there was a pier fish. We've been very bad about scaring away pier fish as of late. Okay, there's another one of our fossils. Yeah, I don't think there's any fossils on the path here. I'm going to leave those peaches there. I'm going to wait until all of our fruit are up at the same time before picking them. Hey, there's our friend. Hello, Flick. You live here? I'm Flick. Kind of a bug buff, an insect enthusiast, an arthropod artiste. Bugs and olive hinges. I've been traveling across the islands looking for my soul bug. Perfect inspiration for my art. Okay. Sell it to me, pay a little extra. No price too high for kindness kindred. That's any bug. Devotion with conditions to all devotion. Okay. Commissions? Okay. Please capture the shadow of the form. Okay. Live models to work from. Don't charge bills. There's a bug you want me... Oh, okay. I'm good for now. Okay, so Flick does the same thing. Which we know, because CJ told us that. Flick is the one that makes the models of the fish, too, so... Put away 10,000. Bury in hole. Learn. Give me veggie cupcakes now. Oh, we need to open this present. What's this present? Iron. Yeah, figured as much because it was a blue balloon. Cutting board, which I believe we already know. Hey. What is this? Is that? Oh. That's not what I thought that was. Okay. I believe the shops are closed. Yeah, they close at 9, unfortunately. I'm gonna be so mad. What was the hot item for today? Watching me frying pans just to troll me. Oh, it doesn't tell you if the day's over. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay. Let's go over here. I hear a present. Yep, I see it over there. Okay, it's up in our flowers. Also, I think I see another blue flower in our garden, which is nice. Okay, let's check on Filbert. We try to say hello to everybody a day, because it just builds our relationship. Try to make lost buddies before not shaking the tree. That's exactly the way we shake it, friend. Actually, it's good that Flick's here, because he's going to pay us extra for the wasps, because Nook is closed. Look at that big head. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, yep, I definitely see a lot of red, which will be good. How much space do we have? Okay. Okay, dig a hole here. Dig a hole here. Plant. We're doing these to try to get more. So we need breeded red flowers to get these blue flowers. That's what we're doing those for. Or purple flowers? I think they're purple flowers. I can't remember. Either way, we're doing. So these are planted. These are breeded, and they're gonna spawn different flowers, basically. That's the. What is? Oh. So that is what we are doing with those. Oh, another. Yeah. So. Whale crud. Okay, I guess we'll just drop this here for now. Mic stand. Okay. Alright, we need to go to our house real quick and drop some stuff off. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more stars. Okay. Put in storage. Put in storage. Put in storage. Storage. A lot of this stuff going to storage, so. Actually, most of it's going to storage now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Whee. Okay. Shovel. Another fossil. So we know, in theory, we know where the last fossil is. It's over the river there. But we have had some random gyroids spawn, so there's a chance that that is not the case. Aha, like this. So that should be our last fossil, right? So we have 4 fossils. What this is gyroid. And down here, there's another spot we can dig, which is also a gyroid. These are gyroids I did not plant. So I think once you've planted one gyroid, I think there's a chance on some days for random gyroids to spawn. Okay, we got a money tree. Ah! Our 30k bell tree luckily gave us 30k back. So that spits out 90k right there. So we took a chance on a tree and it gave us the money back. I think there's a chance that it doesn't. So there was a spot that we saw here. So this should also be a gyroid. Yeah. So there we go. So we got 2 gyroids. I don't know what causes them to spawn like that. Some days we just get 2 extra gyroids or an extra gyroid when we only bury 1 next to our house. I'll take it. Gyroids are always cool. Alright, well we can't do any shopping today because unfortunately the shops are closed. So no shopping for us today. We can, however, go to the museum and check our fossils and get our coffee. We still need to shake trees for our 2 furniture and get our wasps. And we can still sell the wasps, but we can sell them to Flick, who will actually pay us extra today. So, hello, Blathers. I know usually we're waking you up. It says fossils. Boop. 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 And boop. Okay, not something that's part of a collection. We always love when we have a day where you have something that's not a part of the collection. It'd be nice if there's more than one thing not part of the collection. Oh, 3. That's actually a really good day. A tail, a skull, and a wing. It's a very good day. 3 out of the 4 things not... I'm fine. Let's go have us some coffee. Ah, one of our visitors is also having coffee. By the way, you can scan amiibos and have them come here. I realize that that's what you could do with some of the Animal Crossing amiibos. You could have them come here and they bring a friend. Yes, please. I'll do just that. Again, if you choose the second option enough, he'll start offering it to you cooled instead of warm. Which is really cool. Also, if you look back there, so a little thing to note. When we find Brewster, he's actually on the hunt for gyroids because he's obsessed with gyroids. If you look in the very back, like through the doorway, you can actually see gyroids on the shelf. So there's 4 gyroids at the very back. Here, I can move my camera so you can see what I'm pointing at. So if you look right here, in this little doorway here, you can see 2 gyroids on that shelf and 2 gyroids on that shelf. So he actually is still got a collection of gyroids, which I think is a nice touch. Little details. Little details. Always important. I am still floating for some reason. Why am I floating? There we go. But yeah. You're welcome to come around and order at the counter to the right. You can order coffee to go from there. Interesting. So I think he's talking about here. That's really cool. You can offer coffee or get coffee to go. Wonder what that does for us. But yeah, can I get any closer to him? I don't think I can. Yeah, you can't really see him, but like very back over there, you can see gyroids in the back, which I think is very cool. Hey, welcome in, Totes and Raiders. How you doing tonight? Playing some Phasmophobia. Nice. How'd that go? Were you able to complete? I thought that you were doing the Apocalypse challenge, right? You were trying to get the Apocalypse trophies, I'm guessing. Phoenix Raid, welcome in, everybody. If you don't know who I am, I'm a Master Games player, variety games on the channel, mostly horror, mostly retro. Right now we are chilling out with some Animal Crossing tonight. New Horizons. We're playing it kind of vanilla, kind of OG, taking our time with it. But hopefully you had a good time over there with Totes Not Phoenix. If you need a rain run for any reason, get you some food, get you some water, or go take a nap. I completely understand. Just throw us a follow. Come back when you can. We'd love to have you. That's next. Those are single player. Oh, really? I thought you could do the Apocalypse trophies multiplayer. I thought that was like the trick with them. Huh? I didn't know that that those had to be done single player. Interesting. Yeah, I have not played Phasmo in a very long time, so yeah, I am not the expert at that stuff. That's very, very cool. Anyways, I hope you had some fun at the very least. I'm gonna chill and lurk, but I do need to get some sleep. Yes, please get some rest. I do appreciate the raid again. Welcome in, Game Slave. Welcome in, Shiny Death Pony. Also, let me go ahead and do shout out for Game Slave and Shiny Death Pony, because I know they both stream as well. But again, thank you so much. Also, I do like to ask of my raiders, of people that come in, what's your favorite horror game? What's your favorite retro game? And if you have one, what's your favorite retro horror game? Feel free to drop that in chat if you haven't already. Or feel free to keep lurking, which is perfectly fine. We're just going to vibe and do some Animal Crossing dailies. We just grabbed our coffee and did our fossils. So, shops are closed, so we won't be doing any shopping today. But yeah, we're about to go shake some trees, get some bugs. Probably get harassed by a tarantula at some point. It is nighttime and they do like to creep around. Who are you? We also have the hotel, so there's a lot of random animals in our town, so I might stop and talk to them to learn who they are. This is Patty, apparently. But, yeah, welcome in. Thankfully, those three are a part of my town. This is Salil. That is the... Hello, Ellie. What is it? Thank you. Okay. Yes, sure. I'll take a sorry. One has a prize at contest in one of my magazines. Already bought one in a self-shop before I knew what I won. Nice. Okay. But yeah, this is Salil. This is the only snooty hamster. This is cranky villager Rolf, the tiger, and this is Ellie, the normal elephant. We have every villager type, so we still have space for one more villager, but I'm not rushing to fill that spot. So yeah, welcome in. Also, if you have any questions about our town or Animal Crossing in general, just feel free to ask. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Right now, we are going to run around our town and shake trees. If that sounds insane, it kind of is, but also kind of isn't. Basically, the reason why we're shaking trees is because every day there are 2 pieces of furniture that you can get from trees. And there's also 5 wasps. That's what they look like. They're very easy to catch if you know how to catch them. The wasps can be sold for cash. They're also one of the bugs you have to catch for the Critteropedia, which we've already done a long time ago. But we basically catch them for cash. But we shake our trees. We have enough trees to get the cap of 5 wasps, which does add up over time. If you do it every day for a week, the 5 wasps, I think we did the math, adds up to like 87,000 bells, which is quite a bit. And the currency in the game, of course, is bells, not like dollars or anything like that. Because it's Animal Crossing, it's a, you know, silly game. So that's what we're doing. We're going to run around, shake trees. I mean, ideally, we're just looking for the furniture. As you saw there, sometimes there is cash that falls out of the trees. It's usually just 100 bell coins that fall out of the trees. So it's not really, like, high value. Although you can plant money trees. There's a spot every day where you can dig a hole. And it gives you 1,000 bells, and you can plant... safely, you can plant 10,000 bells and get 30,000 back after a few days. You could technically plant up to, I think, 99,000 bells in it. However, there's a chance you don't get a return on that. It will give you back like 30,000. However, there is a small chance it will triple that. So you'll get 99,000 times 3. But, you know, there's also a chance you don't get that back. So you can take that risk if you want. We did get lucky today. One of the trees I took the risk on, I put 30k in there. We did get a triple return on investment, so we got our 30k back tripled, which was very, very cool. So now we are 90k richer today, which is fun to see. It will be very helpful for paying off our loan. Which there are many, many loans in this game. So, if you've not played Animal Crossing, basically, you get a home loan that increases the more you upgrade your home. So, in fact, the first game, that is the ultimate goal, is to upgrade your home completely until you pay off all your loans. Once you've paid off all of the loans in Animal Crossing, they build a golden statue to you in the town. That is how you know you've beaten the OG Animal Crossing game, is when you have a golden statue of yourself. So this is one of the furnitures. All the furnitures are leaves. We got a cardboard box, which you might think is unfortunate. That's actually a good thing. There is a whole set of furniture that is built around cardboard boxes. So getting cardboard box is actually not a bad furniture to get, because we could use that to craft a whole set of furniture. So, not a great furniture, not a unique furniture, but still not a bad one to get. And if you want to know how the wasp thing is working, basically what happens is, as long as you stand in front of a tree, when you shake the tree, if a wasp falls out, it automatically turns your character towards the wasp to go, oh no, a wasp. And then you just swing your net, and it will automatically grab the wasp. That's how you get the wasp in the game. And they sell for a good amount, especially early on. And like I said, if you have enough trees, you can get up to 5 of them a day. And we're actually lucky. We have the NPC in our town today named Flick, who actually buys wasps at a higher rate. So we'll be selling our wasps, or buys all bugs at a higher rate, but we'll be buying our wasps at a higher rate too. So once we get all of our wasps for today, as well as our furniture, obviously, we'll be selling them at a premium. So we'll be making even more money today, because our shops close today. See, it turns us towards it. I just hit the button to swing my net. I catch a wasp. Now, we will also be keeping an eye out, because of the time, it being 11 o'clock my time, which if I stop moving, the clock will show up there as well as the map, which is behind me. When we shake trees at this time of night, I believe there is a chance, which you might see them. Hello, Wasp. I think they're still active in February. I might not be... I'm not 100% sure. You might see one. There is a spider. It's actually called spider, not to be confused with the tarantula. Spiders can fall out of the tree. They are a different bug you can catch. Now, there is a tarantula that you might see crawling around on the ground. Those can attack you. Those are the nightmare fuel portion of the Animal Crossing. In the summer, they are replaced, I believe, with scorpions, who will also absolutely chase you down and murder you. And yes, you heard that right, they will murder you. They will knock you unconscious and, I believe, send you back to your house. So, there are things in Animal Crossing that are out to get you. Now, you can get stung by the wasp. I believe if you get stung twice, it knocks you unconscious. However, you might notice that every time I catch a wasp, I also pick up a nest. You can use the nest and some weeds with an S, not weed with no S, weeds with an S, to create medicine. How many wasps we got? We got 4. I usually check how many wasps we have by how many wasp nests we have, so you can see it says 4 there. You can also just count them, so they each take their own separate spot. So we're missing one of our wasps. We're still missing our other furniture. But yeah, so this is part of the daily routine that I do for Animal Crossing. I shake the trees. I try to collect all of my wasps and both of my furnitures. Also, you get these 100 bell coins. I think you can get like 1,500 or 2,000 bells worth of the 100 bell coins. I can't remember how much it is, but it still adds up. Again, if you're doing this every day, you know, your dailies take us anywhere from like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So if you log on like before bed or whatever, spend a couple hours on Animal Crossing, you can easily just, without needing any sort of like assistance, kind of burn through, you know, your bills and stuff in the game without too much of a hassle. You don't really have to hyper focus on this game like you do, you know, maybe some other cozy games. And it is real time. You know, it's based on your real time. Now, oh, there's our other furniture. Throwback wall clock. I don't think we have that. Actually, we might. No, I think we have the cute clock. Alright, so that is our 2 furniture. Again, they are leaves. So we don't see what they look like until we actually put them somewhere. So now we are just looking for our last wasp friend, who can be in any of these trees. Of course, we'll keep taking the cash as it falls out. Cash is always useful. Did not mean to do that. There's our last wasp. I guess maybe the spiders aren't here. Okay. Another reason I was going for the wasps is we have these daily things we can do where we get double miles. Miles are another currency in the game you can use to do other stuff. And this one was to catch 5 bugs, which we can do by doing our 5 wasps. So, that was another added bonus to doing that. I'm going to check these last few trees, just because I want to see if we do get a spider, which we haven't got one yet. So I'm guessing maybe the spiders... No, we got a bagworm. Kind of surprised we didn't find a spider. So maybe they're not active in February. So there are seasonal, is what I call them. Basically, every like month or few months, certain bugs and fish are active. So the thing that keeps you playing throughout the year is when you come out here, you'll see like little shadows and stuff, like in the ocean. the size of the shadow tells you the type of fish it could be. So throughout the year, different fish, different bugs, and stuff like that will show up. So if you come out here in March, if you come out here in September, different fish, different bugs, and stuff will show up, and you can find new things. So there's reasons to keep playing throughout the year, not just kind of play it in one sitting. Now, people get around that by doing what's called time skipping. Basically, you can disconnect from the internet, change your internal clock on your Switch to whatever you want it to be, and then you can go to those times, catch those things, and go. If you've ever seen a speed run of these games, yes, people do speed run Animal Crossing, then you'll see them use that. There are basically the speed runs, most speed runs that you'll see are for the golden tools, especially the older games, they're golden tools. So a lot of the tools that you have, like the fishing rod, the shovel, the net, those can have a golden version, usually by completing something. So like the golden fishing rod is by completing the Critteropedia for the fish. So that's collecting every single fish in the game. For the net, it's collecting all the bugs in the game, right? The shovel in this one is actually by helping Gulliver 30 times, which is an NPC that randomly spawns. So the way you would do that is essentially you time skip to different periods throughout the year to catch all the different bugs and stuff. Now, there are some bugs that only appear when it's raining. There are some bugs that only appear at certain times of the day. So, you know. This is our orchard, by the way. These trees did not come like this. We actually moved them ourselves. Right now I need Flick to get out of there so I can talk to... This is Flick. This is one of the traveling NPCs that comes to our town. They are the person we're going to sell our bugs to. They can also Flick and CJ they do bugs and fish. You can also commission, if you like a certain fish or if you like a certain bug, you can commission them essentially to create a model of that thing, and you can have it in your house. So if there's like a bug or a fish you really like, you collect 3 of it, they'll create a model, and you can just have it in your house. Which actually I might do for CJ so we can put it in our mermaid room, which we'll talk about the mermaid room later when we go do the mermaid stuff. So just to show you, the wasps, I believe, are usually 2,500. Let me double check that. I think they're usually 2,500 bells a piece. I do have a note or a document that tells me the price of basically all the bugs and all the fish. Yes, wasps are usually 2,500. Now, if we sell this to Flick, we're just going to sell one to show this off. It sells for $37.50, which is 150% chance, or 150% the selling cost. So, and CJ, which is Flick's partner, does the same thing for fish. So if you have really expensive fish, you can sell those to CJ, who does buy them at 150% as well. So like during like the summer months when you can get like really expensive fish, CJ becomes very, very profitable. So, but again, wasps, whole swarm, 15k bells. So you can see how very very easy it is. Just from shaking trees, we get 2 pieces of furniture and about what was that, 18, almost 19,000 bells, right? So, and that goes towards another one of our Nook Mile things. Now we need to just tend to our flowers and cook something. They actually added cooking to this game. If you're like me and you haven't played this since the game released, they added cooking in the 2.0, which was back in like 2021. And so there's that as well. How's it going? It's going all right. Going all right. We just Flick is hanging out in our town. We just sold wasps to Flick, who gave us 150%, which turned out to be almost 19,000 bells. So that was nice. Oh, the stream token thing's not working. I'm sorry about that. Hold on. Currency. How do I do that? I found a way to give a currency when that happened. I just don't remember how I did it before. I'll have to look it up again. Sorry about that. Sometimes the daily token thing doesn't turn on automatically like it's supposed to. And this is our little garden we got going, but how'd your appointment go? Really, really poorly. Really, really poorly. So, but yeah. So the reason why these flowers are separated, these flowers are ones that we have planted. These are flowers that we have breeded. Both of these are going to basically be breeded to populate other flowers. So these are going to create, hold on, I have an image. I can actually probably pop it on the screen. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Flowers. Pictures. There we go. There it is. Okay, so this is the breeding guide. So different flowers have different breeding, and you have to do different things. So if you look at the picture, I need the picture here. Where's my picture at? There it is. We are doing windflowers. So the ones that have stars have to be breeded. So the ones I'm currently standing on are if you look at the second row of the windflower, it's the ones with the bags. It's 2 white bags, have a 25% chance of creating a blue breeded flower, which that's how we're gonna get the blue ones. But this red patch over here, these are the red breeded ones. So they have a 6% chance, which is very low, but they have a 6% chance of producing purple flowers. By the way, these are part of the reason why we have the flowers, are emperor butterflies. Oh, crap. That's not good. Okay. Because bugs are attracted to flowers as well, by the way. So there's some bugs that only spawn on flowers. So that's why we have those separated out instead of just in our garden, is because those are... I'm going to try to run over and make a net real quick and grab that other Emperor Butterfly, because with Flick in town, we want to get as much money out of Flick as we can. Flick will be here until 5 o'clock in the morning. Both Flick and CJ stay until the time turns over. The new day doesn't start in Animal Crossing until 5 a.m. the next day. So it is rather kind about that. It doesn't start at midnight like most games would, or even 2 a.m., which some games do. It's actually 5 a.m. So they give you quite a bit of time. But Emperor Butterflies also sell for quite a bit. But Emperor Butterflies are an example of bugs that only spawn at night. So, I don't know if he's still here. He is. This one right here. So these blue butterflies only spawn at night, and they sell for 4,000 apiece. So whenever they spawn, which you need flowers to spawn them, I believe, they sell for 4,000 apiece. And remember, Flick buys them for 150%, which means that those are going to sell for 6,000 apiece at Flick. Now, they don't spawn consistently, mind you. So I can't just, like, run off screen, run back on screen, and then 2 more will spawn. It's not... Unfortunately, it's not that easy. But they are, as you can tell, pretty profitable. So, even by themselves, even at 4,000, that is still quite a good reason to run up here and grab those bugs. That's why, like, that's part of the reason why this playthrough I wanted to show off kind of an OG or like a vanilla playthrough, to show off that, like, you can kind of do a lot of the, like, daily stuff and still get to those goals rather quickly, because we are essentially moving into, like, our 3rd week of playing, and we were getting to all of the features that you would be able to get to without putting, like, hundreds or whatever of hours into it, right? Now, we don't have, like, all the recipes or all the decorations or anything like that, right? Like, so if that's why you're playing, then yeah, of course, it'd probably be better to do other methods. But... And like I said at the top of the stream, there's nothing wrong with other methods of playing. I want to make that clear. Like, I know a lot of people play it differently. Like, they do time skipping, or they do, like, treasure islands to get certain things, and all of that's fine. I have no issue with those forms of play. As long as you're having fun and you're not ruining someone else's fun, you know, play Animal Crossing how you want to play it. In fact, like I just mentioned, when people do speedruns, they have to time skip, obviously, because that's the only way to catch all the bugs or catch all the fish or whatever. So, like, and I enjoy watching speedruns of a lot of games. So, like, I obviously am very much in support of time skipping, because otherwise speedruns wouldn't exist. You can't speedrun a game by playing it naturally. Otherwise, you would literally have to sit here for like 7 months. And I don't think it's a speedrun at that point. So, you know, play the game how you want. Like, I'm not telling people, you know, one way or the other. I wanted to show off this way because I feel like it's a interesting way to play. It's kind of, for me, just the natural way I play these games. If you want to see me play, like, other types of cozy games where I do kind of, like, lock in and we're like boom, 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 you can go back and watch, like, our Graveyard Keeper playthrough. That game actually has no time limits. Like, you don't have to stop for the day. You can keep playing that game forever. Like, there is an energy bar which does run out, but there is no end of the day in that game. Which, by the way, if you're looking for kind of a creepy twist on a cozy game, Graveyard Keeper is actually a really good game. It actually has 4 DLCs, I think. It has a lot of content. I highly recommend Graveyard Keeper if you're looking for a cozy game with, like, a little bit of a creepy twist, but also some, like, really morbid humor. I really recommend Graveyard Keeper. I really enjoyed that. You, like, with the DLCs, you get to run a refugee camp, you get to run an inn, you get to run, of course, your normal graveyard business. Like, there's a lot of content in that game to play. So I highly recommend that if you're looking for a cozy game that doesn't have that kind of, like, oh, it's 2 a.m., you're going to fall unconscious kind of thing. Because some people don't like that pressure of the time limits, like Stardew Valley or... like some of the other cozy games have, where it's like, if you're not in bed by, like, midnight or 2 a.m. or whatever, you pass out. Graveyard Keeper doesn't have that. So, And like I said, it's got some humor to it, as well as just you get to go at your own pace. Okay, so this is another thing I want to talk about. So you see this bug here. It's not worth catching. It's not a very valuable bug. This is another thing about bugs, is they also have spawn locations. So certain bugs, like beetles, do spawn on stumps, and some things spawn on bushes, which is why you see these like random stumps and bushes here. This is me setting up for spawn locations later on in the year. So that's why I have these stumps and bushes. That's why they exist. If you're wondering why I just have these random stumps here. But, yeah, this is a citrus beetle. Which, by the way, if you don't move very fast around them, they don't jump off. But if you move slow enough, you can actually walk right up to them. And also another trick, when you have your net out, if you hold the A button, you actually sneak. Which is very helpful for a lot of things. There is another creature that is that's very valuable during winter to catch, which is the dung beetle, that you can actually catch rolling your snowballs. It's actually really, really cute, even though it's literally a doo-doo bug. I wish I was kidding. That's what it's called, a dung beetle, because it literally rolls poop. It rolls like balls of poop. But in this game, it rolls the snowballs for the Snowboys. It'll roll those snowballs, so you'll just see a snowball like rolling across the screen, and then behind it you'll see a little black beetle, just kind of like going behind it, and then you had to like just catch it. It's very cute. But yeah. All right, where did Flick get off to? Where'd you go, Flick? Uh-oh. What's up with Salil? Salil, what's up? You bought a knife block. I already have one, but I'll take it anyways. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, thank you, I guess. I gotta find Flick. I have more bugs to sell to Flick. And then once we sell these bugs, we have to continue with our dailies. By the way, yes, that is the Statue of Liberty. And yes, I did put garbage in front of the Statue of Liberty. That is my design choice. Where did Flick go? There's Tex, there's Rolf. Did Flick just decide to disappear? Like, what is going on right now? Because I'm pretty sure Flick can't climb anything. I mean, I can check up there, but okay, if we can't find Flick, then we'll go do the rest of our dailies. But by the way, another helpful hint if you're new to Animal Crossing, you can buy those Mario pipes for like 5,000. I hear a present. For 5,000 bells. Pretty early on. They are functional. They do connect. Where's the present? There it is. I was like, I know I heard a present. By the way, what I'm hearing is, if you're near a present, you hear that wind, that whoosh. That tells you there's a present nearby, but you can hear it from a distance if you're used to the sound. The problem is there's one sound with the ocean wave that also has that almost exact same pitch that I will sometimes mistake it for. A lot of wall clocks. So sometimes when I'm running near the ocean, I'll be like, "Is that a present?" And it's like, no, it's just the ocean. Also, the reason why I'm popping all the presents I can find, I'll be like, you're not getting a whole lot of useful things. Once you pop 300 presents, which there is a mile thing that keeps track of it for you, which is nice. I believe that's how you unlock the golden slingshot. Ah, clay, great, wonderful. What a waste. You also want to check this. You might be like, why do I check the recycling bin? All it's going to have is garbage. One, you get cardboard boxes out of there, which is you can use, like I said, to make the cardboard furniture. Two, there is a special bit of furniture, the messy furniture, which comes out of the recycling box. So, you do want to check that every day. Alright, let's see what we got in shopping today. Lantern, lawnmower, nothing. 2 days ago. Okay, well, we definitely don't have that. They do have promotion for Lego and Mario stuff. If you want the Zelda stuff, which you see us wearing, there is a bunch of Zelda stuff. You need a Zelda amiibo. Any of the Zelda amiibos will get you the Zelda stuff. But you'll have to look it up online. There's a list of Zelda amiibos. There's 2 Zelda villagers. There's Tulin and Amiru. Certain amiibos will get you Tulin. Certain amiibos will get you Amiru. It's hold on. I can show you the Minoru. Sorry, Minoru. I don't know why I was starting with A. Minoru. This character. Minoru and Tulin. They have villagers. I have the Majora's Mask one, which gets you Tulin, because Majora's Mask is my second favorite Zelda game. But you could check that. There's also ways, we'll say, of amiibos that you can look online and maybe they can help you out. Just saying. But there is furniture and armor and all sorts of stuff. Of course, we are wearing Majora's Mask, as well as the Link stuff, so. I think we already grabbed that. No, I think we grabbed the purple one. I'm going to grab this one as well. I know we already have that mask. So... anyways. I think we might have enough money. Oh, are we just short? Oh man, we are just short. Okay. I think we're gonna spend a little time tonight to pay off this loan. We are just short of paying off our loan. So when we pay off this loan, it'll get us access to our last room, and then I think there's one more loan after that, essentially. I might be mistaken. There might be another loan. It's been a while. Also, there are amiibo campers. So there are a set of cards. I think there's like 417 villagers. There's technically more cards than that, because some of the amiibos are like Isabelle and Nook. You can use those to do photo ops and like invite them to like the Roost, which is the coffee shop and stuff like that. But the villager cards you could scan to invite them to your camp. Apparently, which we learned with the amiibos, like this is also how you invite like Tulin and Minoru and stuff like that. You have to do it 3 days in a row make their thing, and then apparently they can join your town. So we don't have Tulin in our town because I'm waiting to fill our 10th slot with somebody. I haven't figured out who we're going to do it with yet. I'm hoping, obviously, for Coco. Coco has always been my favorite, which it's a lot of people's favorites for obvious reasons. Coco is very strange and out there, but Coco has the head of a gyroid, which is the weird, like, fire hydrant guys. But you can also apparently use amiibo cards / characters to force out other villagers if you don't want certain villagers in your town. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go to our house. Where is Flick? There you are. I thought you were in our orchard. Alright. I need you to buy these butterflies from us. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna drop some stuff on our house, and then we're gonna go out into the ocean. Yes, you heard that correctly. We're gonna go swim out into the ocean. Because we need to go find a scallop. Because once a day, we can take a scallop and we can make a trade for it. I won't spoil the surprise if you haven't seen it. But we can trade for a scallop, but we can only do it once a day. And it has something to do with my room over there, but we'll see that in a little bit. So, but first and foremost, we'll have to go out in the ocean. While we're in the ocean, we'll also look for seaweed, which we can use for cooking. I'm gonna drop some stuff off in here. You only get 80% selling in the box, so sometimes it's better not to sell in the box and just wait till the next day if it's something high value. Wall mounted? Why is it giving us so much wall mounted stuff? Hi, Tex. Alright, but to go out in the ocean, we need to put on our wetsuit. What is it, Ellie? Yeah? Sure. Consider it sold. I'll take your explorer shirt. I think we already have one, but... Okay. See, that's why you want to talk to everybody every day, is the more of a friend you become to your people in your town, the more they'll start giving you, like, treasure hunts and deals, and, hey, do you want to buy this? Or, hey, go deliver this present. And, that will allow you to, get there. Oh, don't do that to me right now. Okay. I was talking about this earlier. I didn't realize it was going to do this. Oh, yeah, it's the last 8 minutes. I forgot about that. So, we're having a meteor shower tonight. I don't normally stream Animal Crossing at night. So during the night, you have a chance of a meteor shower, or shooting stars. Um, and if you look up the sky, which is just you push the camera up, and then you push A when you hear the like ding, you can your character will do that. And the more you do that, the next day you'll have star fragments on your beach. The star fragments can be used in crafting recipes. Some of them are just star fragments. Some of them will be time-specific star fragments. So whatever zodiac time of the year it is, it'll be that. So like we're in, I think I looked it up, it was like Aquarius season. So there'll be Aquarius star fragments. There is an NPC called Celeste, who is Blathers, who runs the museum's sister. And she gives you recipes for the star-based crafting, essentially. So each of the different zodiac signs and stuff, she can give you different things. So, but you have to have nothing in your hands, look up at the sky, and then push the A button. But I think it's like with 8 minutes left on the timer. Or 8 minutes left in the hour. That's when they start going. I forgot the exact thing, but yeah. So anyway, that should be good. We'll probably end up missing some, but okay. And also, those of you that have not been here from when we've done ocean stuff, there are a bunch of different things in the ocean. We're going to be looking at stationary with slow bubbles like that. We don't want acorn stationary slow bubbles. We're going to want pearls, which is used for the crafting. They're much rarer. If we go up to slow bubbles like this and they move, which that didn't, this is probably also acorn, but yeah, it's also acorn. Unfortunate. What we're actually looking for, again, is a scallop. But we're going to be looking for stationary fast bubbles as well for to see if we can get seaweed, because we can cook with seaweed, as well as a bunch of fast bubbles for other things that we can catch. But again, ultimately, scallop is our goal so we can make our daily trade. Now, if we have something like this that's pretty slow, we're not going to spend the time catching it. There's a few creatures, sea slug, sea anemone, sea star, and sea cucumber, all have sea in their name, that we basically do not want. They're not very valuable, they're not very fast, and they take up inventory space. See you later. Yeah. Alright, that is an octopus, unfortunately. Basically, the way that octopus moved, that's kind of what we're looking for the scallop. They move very similarly. They kind of have this, like, zoop, kind of like this, like, burst movement. I don't know why I'm looking down like this. It's better to look at it like this to see the bubbles. The bubbles. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, that is something. Oh, it's probably a mantis shrimp. Nope. Pearl oysters. Those are actually, you'd be surprised. Pearl oysters are pretty easy to catch, but they're actually worth like 2,800 bells. Now the problem is the things we're catching, we won't be able to actually sell. Crap. I get to... There's another one. Yeah. So I'm looking up and I'm basically just spamming the A button. By the way, the reason why you can't see most of my controller is because it's green. So it's actually an Animal Crossing controller. The thing I don't like about this controller, is it actually doesn't have any vibration function, which sucks for the fishing. So, because you can actually tell by the fish, like the vibration, whether it's a high value fish or not. He has that one too. Oh, the Power A Animal Crossing controller. Like I like it. Like I like the thing. It's just I wish it had vibration. Seaweed, we definitely want that. I was gonna get the KK slider one, but it's battery based. Like it took batteries, and I was like, I don't want to change batteries in the controller. It's 2026. Who uses batteries in controllers? What in the Xbox 360 era is that, man? Like, okay, this is a scallop. So, surprise! This is why we catch a scallop. Our friend back there, Pascal, once a day, will ask us for a scallop. We say yes. He does us a solid and gives us exclusive recipes. He also gives us a pearl that we can use in said recipes. He also gives us a truth. A truth. So let's see what he says today. Maybe we should put the cart before the horse sometimes. I bet horses like to mix things up once in a while. You know, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Stick that in your skillet and let it simmer. Today is a good day. And the day just turned over, so there you go. There's your daily affirmation for the 10th. Today is a good day. Put the cart before the horse. By the way, if you follow him, I don't know if you've ever seen this animation. Eventually, if you follow him, he will stop and eat the scallop. So if you wonder what Pascal does with these scallops, he does in fact eat them. See, he'll shake it, and then he eats it, and then he swims away. So, if you wonder what happens to them, that's compared to how he floats away. Oh yeah, his like. He's hitting on... Oh, no, he's shaking it. He's doing this. He goes... Because I think he's checking to see if it has something in it. And then he eats it. Okay, we got something high value here. Again, we can't really sell anything, which I just realized means that we're going to have to catch some bugs if we're going to pay off our loan tonight. Smacking it because the otters, they use it. Yeah, but he doesn't have a rock. I guess he could be hitting it against his like necklace thing. 'Cause he does have like a shell necklace. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he is hitting it against his like neck or something. Wow, this thing is being quite a pain. Rocking his overalls. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. There we go. This is a very valuable thing, by the way. So I think it's the most valuable thing we can get in the winter. Okay. So I just realized that all the stuff that we're catching we can't actually sell today because the store is closed. So but we can see what Pascal gave us. Did he finally give us the bed? Survey says he gave us the chair. He's literally going to wait to the last recipe to give us that dang bed. So, as you can read, Mermaid. He gives you the Mermaid set. The Mermaid set is exclusive to Pascal. So, every day that you give Pascal a scallop, he gives you a Mermaid item. Now, it's not always a recipe. Sometimes it is a piece of clothing. So, now that we've done that, I will go into my house and I will show people that have not been here what the mermaid stuff looks like right after we make the chair. And we will add it to our stuff. Yeah, he probably has just a rock in there that just goes and like breaks it open. Makes him look like even more of a psychopath. This rug is part of the mermaid set. Although I will probably I would probably change this. There is a shell rug that comes from the Peppy Villager. Whenever we get the shell rug, I will probably switch this out for the shell rug. So, but... here's the mermaid chair. So you need a pearl for basically every mermaid... Or I think... Yeah, you need it for every recipe. You also need the shells themselves, which is why you see me hoarding all of the shells on the beach instead of selling them, which most people do sell them. They're also used for the shell recipes. So if you haven't done the shells from the Peppy Villager recipes, they're a good thing to kind of hold on to. So we craft it. Do that. And then now we will go into our mermaid room. Which, again, if you've not seen this, it is almost complete. I believe we have, like, 2 or 3 recipes left. A few of the things in here are not actually a part of the mermaid set. Okay, we are going to put that in front of the vanity. Rotate it around. So, this is our mermaid room. The archway and the music box that you see there are not a part of the mermaid set, believe it or not. Those are actually part of the shell set, which you, like I said, you get from Peppy Villager. So each villager has a personality type, and each personality type has a set of recipes, both cooking and furniture, that they can give you. So the Peppy Villager gives you the shell furniture type. So if you do not have a Peppy Villager and you would like to build your own mermaid room, you can do that, but you will not be able to acquire the shell music box or the shell arch that you see in here right now. But this is most of the stuff. I believe I think we're missing 2 items now, and I believe it is the shelf and the bed. We're missing the mermaid shelf and the bed. I can double check that. We do have the fence as well, but we don't need to put a fence in the bedroom. That's very strange. But I do believe the only 2 items we're missing now are the bed and the bed and the shelf. But let me double check. Yeah, we do not have the bed. We just got the chair. We have the closet. We have the dresser. We have the lamp. We have the screen. We do not have the shelf. We do have the sofa. We have the table. We have the vanity. We have the wall clock, flooring, rug, and wall. Yes. So we are missing the shelf and the bed. So we have a 50-50% chance tomorrow to acquire the bed. I like getting the beds. I feel like the beds display the kind of room it is. Right now, this just looks like a weird, like, living space. I'm hoping the bed is not too big. I'd like to put the bed here and the shelf here. I'm worried that the bed is going to be too big and we won't be able to do that. But there are 2 dresses that you can acquire. So this is why I was saying that you can get clothes. There's 2 dresses and 2 sets of shoes, but only 1 tiara. So there's not, as far as I know, there's no, like, second crown. So as far as I know, that's all the clothing you can acquire. Now, he might pull a fast one on us and show me that there is actually a crown and not just a tiara, but we'll find out. But this is most of the mermaid stuff. So that is one of the sets we are working on. Now, another set we're working on is by building the Snowboys, and I don't know why they just have to be Snowboys and not Snow People, but that is the Frozen set, which is back here. Every time you complete a perfect Snowboy, they give you a piece of the Frozen set. Now, that is much harder to do, mind you. Wait, he gave us the Frozen chair recipe, which we already had. Wait. Oh, no, he gave us Frozen table recipe. I was like, wait a second. He bamboozled us. No, he gave us Frozen table today. I thought he gave us Frozen chair. Okay. But, so unfortunately, you can only... So they've done some things in the updates that have made it easier. Used to be, you can only do the Snowboys and get the recipes for the Frozen stuff, during the winter time. So once it was snowing, you can get the snowflakes. Apparently, I was reading about some of this stuff. The Mystery Islands have opened up a lot of stuff. There is a chance you get a Mystery Island that allows you to, as long as you've experienced, I think, the season in which they interact, you can get an island that has a Frozen recipe in a bottle and has snowflakes. So you can, in theory, still be able to do this stuff. So we're gonna assemble the table, which is the recipe we got today. I think we're still missing like 5 or 6 of these recipes. So we've messed up 2 days. One was on me because I second guessed myself. The other was on the game because I tried to build the guy and it would not let me do it. And when I tried to move him, it stuck them together the wrong way. So I blame the game for that one. All right, there's our Frozen table. But also, all of these Frozen things, almost all these Frozen things can be customized. You can change the color of the ice. I can show you that real quick. So if you're like, I don't like that crystalline basic blue, they can be changed, which we might end up doing if I feel like we vibe better with a different color. That is not the right thing. There's a lot of stuff that can be customized in this game. Customization lets you change the color. So you can go with ice blue, a little bit of a deeper blue, ice pink, ice yellow, ice orange, ice green, and ice purple. I'll be honest, kind of dig the ice purple. We'll have to see. Once we get everything in there, we might switch everything to ice purple. We'll have to see. But as for now, we're just going to leave it kind of... We're going to leave it kind of basic. But this is the start. Now, this wallpaper does not match this flooring. We have not got the recipe for the wallpaper yet, unfortunately. So, once we get that, we will change that. But this is one of the wallpapers you can get. We do have the matching flooring for that wallpaper. It's just that wallpaper and this flooring do not match. And, of course, again, for people that have not seen it, I can go ahead and take off my wetsuit. I always take off the mask. I don't know why I do that. I guess this is the first one. I expect the wetsuit to be first. But if the wetsuit is first, I don't know why it changes. And to fit the aesthetic, I will show the third room, which is our Legend of Zelda room. So, this is basically everything except what I'm wearing of the Legend of Zelda stuff you can acquire. Some of it is interactable. So, the goddess statue. That is also customizable. You can change, I think, like a scarf or something that it's wearing. The Triforce. My personal favorite, because that is... it sounds just like the intro song for Link to the Past, which is my favorite Zelda game. The heart container. If you step on the heart, it makes the heart sound. Unfortunately, the fairy doesn't really do anything. The wand is usable as a regular wand, so you can assign outfits to it and just change outfits. The ocarina is a playable ocarina. You have regular ocarinas in this game that you can play. Rupees are also collectible. This thing is interactable. The Guardian over here, if I can get to it. The Guardian also interacts. And then, of course, the Master Sword. And then, of course, you have some outfits that I just hung on the wall. So you have Tulin, Minoru, you've got the Breath of the Wild, the hair that goes with that. I can't really see it all the way up there, but there's the hat that normally goes with the outfit we're wearing when you're not wearing the Majora's Mask, which I will not take off. And then you have Zelda's outfit right there. So, and then you have Silent Princess flower, which also, unfortunately, doesn't do anything. So, there's your Legend of Zelda stuff. We do have an upstairs room, which I have not decorated yet, because I have not figured out what I want to do with that one aesthetically. And then you have my jumbled mess of a basic room, which it's functional. This room is for function. The refrigerator is how we change clothes. Yes, you heard that correctly. That's how I change my clothes. We have a workbench. We have a mirror, which is how we change how we look. The Switch, which does nothing. That is the Nintendo Switch that I have. I actually have the Animal Crossing Switch. The music player. There is a kalimba, which is made out of a cat food can. There is a stove on which we can cook on. There is a wheelchair. And then there's a rocking chair and a lantern, because if you know, you know. And then we have a little hamster friend who is currently taking a nap on his wheel. There he goes. So, most of the stuff, with the exception of the 2 chairs in the corner and the hamster and then the thing in the middle, are functional. So everything, and the bed is also functional, by the way. If you didn't know, you can create dream islands if you go to sleep. That's how you can create separate islands to do separate things. If you don't want to destroy your island, you want to make new islands, you can create dream islands, which is one of the features that they added in the new update as well. So the bed is also functional. It's not just there for aesthetics. So most of the things in that room are just functional. Who are you? I don't think we've introduced ourselves. I saw you earlier. Faith. Okay. Aloha. Alright, so we still have a couple more things we need to do. Now that we've taken a little bit of a tour. Again, this is our orchard. We've got little things on the ground. Our native fruit are the pears. The sister fruit are the peaches. We found these on the island, another island. And our mom gave us apples to start. So usually, based on my knowledge, of course, there's probably people that are much more knowledgeable about the game. Based on my knowledge, you get access to 3 fruits in the game. You have your main fruit, which comes with your island. You have what's called your sister fruit, which is one that you can find randomly on a different island that you explore. And then you have one that your mom sends you at the beginning of the game. Your mom. It's not actually your mother. It's just the game gives you a mom that gives you something. So you get 3 of the... You essentially you get 3 of the, I think it's 7. There's also coconuts. Coconuts are on every island you travel off of your other island, so you can get that one. And then the other 2 that are fruits are cherries and oranges. So that makes the total, sorry, 6. There's 6 total, not 7. There's 6 total. But yeah. So I fixed up our orchard, so that way we have this. Your native fruit I think sells for 100 bells. Coconuts sell for 250, and I believe foreign fruit sell for 500. So if you have, we have 10 trees, so this is about 5,000 bells per row. So 10,000 bells if we sell both rows, and they respawn every, I think, 2 to 3 days. I think is usually the thing. All right, so we have some dailies we need to do. Also, this should have reset, right? It did reset. Oh, they do ask for cooking recipes. Nice. You want me to make 3 ski slope walls? Are you insane? Jesus. Okay. So, this is the hotel. This was added in 3.0. They have requests that they make for... They have their own currency. It's these hotel tickets. They have requests that they trade you for tickets. These reset every week. They essentially have weeklies. Every Monday they reset. Today is, in fact, Monday. Thankfully, they were smart enough to put a thing ahead of time, where if you go to your crafting bench, you can go to the last tab, and it will tell you... what you need to craft. So, I can't make that because I don't have weeds, but we can get weeds off of a new island. This one, we only need 1. Why can't you make, like, 8 of these, dude? Like, I need to get rid of all these tree branches, but... Okay. So, we need to cook something as well. This is the first time they've asked for... Oh, God. Outside. I need to go back outside. Go back outside. The stars are falling. I don't know. I don't remember how many stars that you need to do. I don't... There's, like, a limit. Like, I think once you do, like, 5 of them, you don't have to do this. You need, like, a view of the sky, I think. There it is. Star. Wow, these stars are keeping us busy tonight. Any more? Hello? I think I gotta wait. I think it's like every minute or something. For like 3 minutes or something. Which is interesting, because I thought Isabel was supposed to announce when we had meteor showers. Maybe it's because we haven't met Celeste yet. Okay. I don't think there's any more, but I might have heard a present. By the way, if you're wondering about the snowflakes, you're like, wait, snowflakes are used in crafting. What do? You just take your net and you catch a snowflake like you would a bug. Okay, there's no present. Sorry. Again, if you see me stop and just listen, it's because I'm listening for presents. Sometimes you can very faintly hear the shh, like that pitch, and it's like, ah, there it is. Let's make something. Okay. Can we craft? We can. Tomato curry, cool. We got tomatoes, we got flour. Let's make it. Let's prep. All done for now. And That finishes the last double Nook Miles. Again, Nook Miles are different than the hotel tickets. Nook Miles are the basic, like, other currency for the base game. The hotel tickets are the new thing. So... Although, I'm gonna have to probably start catching snowflakes again, so we use 24 of them for the ski slope thing. Gotta be careful, my net might explode. Probably check our... With Flick here, I'm gonna probably be checking our garden more often to see if we can get more Emperor Butterflies. Because again, they do spawn near flowers. Okay. No dice. No dice. I probably need to make a bridge. What I might do is I might do some landscaping and make a bridge like right here. At some point. Kind of what we have going right there. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, hotel. Hotel. Don't run on the pier just in case there's pier fish. We'll also need to do our captain trip for the day. Submit. Submit. You're not getting any more frozen things from me, you psychopath. Nice. Okay. Alright. So we could do hotel rooms. We're going to do our captain tour first, and then we'll do our hotel rooms. Now, we did get a vine stop, like a vine yesterday, so I'm not sure what we'll get today. Okay. Sorry. Just choking on my drink there, which was not a good time. Oh, we got another Vine Island. Okay. We took the bushes last time. We're not gonna take them this time. We are gonna take these coconuts, though. Sorry about that. Okay. So, based on what I know, one of these rocks should be a lucky rock. At least it was the last time we were on one of these islands. There should also be, yeah, let's say a message in a bottle. And I think these recipes are specific to this island stuff. Yeah. And then we can... I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. We can climb up these, and then we can actually grab those vines too, because they're crafting components. Oh, that's a big fish. Probably just a black bass or something, but we'll catch it. Yeah, it's definitely a black bass. That's not big enough to be the fish that we had a saga trying to collect, which was the yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna grab this vine. Was that a sturgeon back there? Hold on. No, that's not big enough. Okay. Okay, there should be... there's a tiger beetle. These are only worth like 1,200 or so. Oh, never mind, he fell off. If they fall, they automatically freak out, so you can't really do anything about that, but... So, every, one of these islands is supposed to have a fragment. What you're supposed to do with the fragments is you take them back to your island, you bury them and water them, and then the next day they turn into a gyroid. Okay, so these islands do have a lucky rock. Can I have a vault over there? No. Yes, I can. Okay. Grab that. Grab that. We're just grabbing all the resources. Unfortunately, there's no weeds on this island, but... You know, we might go to a Nook Miles Island just so I can get some weeds. Because we have no weeds, and we really need it for some crafting. By that really annoying sound you're hearing right now, those are mole crickets. You have to get close enough to them, and then dig up in the ground until you find them. They're one of the most annoying creatures in the game. Not because they're hard to find, because they're pretty easy to find, once you realize, like, using sound, especially if you have headphones. If you don't have headphones, they're much harder to find, but, like, they're really annoying. Because you'll be doing stuff and all you hear is just that really annoying croaking. I guess not croaking, but cricketing, I guess. Yeah, it could drive you a little bit crazy while you're doing stuff and all you hear is that sound constantly. So this time of year can be a little nerve-wracking if you're sensitive to sounds, because mole crickets are notorious for being one of the more annoying sounding creatures. Okay, but thankfully we don't need to be here any longer. So goodbye, hermit crab. And again, we've already grabbed some of these bushes, so hold on. I guess if this shell over here is another hermit crab. I think it is. Yep. But I just need to make sure. Ready to go home. Yep. Now, there is a chance, if we buy a Nook Miles ticket, that we end up on Tarantula Island. If you don't know about Tarantula Island, it's what it says. It's an island full of tarantulas, and they will mess you up. So, yeah, we might do a Nook Miles Island just so I can get some weeds. I don't know what happened to all our weeds. Apparently we used them. Oh, I know what happened. We made moss-covered rocks for one of our selling days. Okay. We need to do our hotel rooms for the day. Is that a street lamp? No, pass. It's a street lamp. What else you got? A black cat plushie. Ah. Finally selling the kitty stuff. This wasn't in the game until the hotel. So, or they had some stuff, but okay, well we gotta get this. Okay. Where's the kid? I guess the kid's in bed. Yep. Guest room. Room 7. What do we got? Exquisite room. Oh, frozen room. We gotta do a frozen room. So the hotel, you design rooms. So when guest shows up, they stay in the rooms. So, it's a hotel. This is the wallpaper, by the way. That's supposed to match the floor that's going in our room. We just don't have the wallpaper yet. Okay. Bed. arch. Pillar, pillar, that. Supplement. Chandelier. Oh, there's a snowflake rug. Interesting. Okay. Let's move you down there. You there. You there. There. Okay. Good enough. And then we have to take a picture of it. Let's do like a high shot. I want to get kind of like that. Yeah, there we go. I get. I want to get the bed in the shot so they know there's actually a bed in there, but there, good enough. Well done. Okay. Now we should be able to decorate one more room. Luxurious or antique? Let's go luxurious. Luxurious. I don't know why I'm saying luxurious wrong. Alright, elegant bed, couch, mirror, dresser, fireplace, ice pail, pitcher, marble wall clock, painting, that wall, okay. Go. Dresser. Mirror. couch. Painting. Painting. Need some more stuff in here. I thought we put the wall clock. Okay, we just put the wall clock in there. Is there a table? There is a table. Marble table. I like a console table as well. Okay. This table needs to go here. That needs to go back one. That needs to go here. And then pipe. And that goes there. Okay. Much better. Oh yeah, I forgot about the... There we go. Get a little black and white action. That doesn't really get the... Yeah, that'll do it. Up a little bit. Maybe we do it from this angle. Yeah, that's a better angle. Why did it not take our picture? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. All the guest rooms be complete. Here's the thing, I'm getting a new kind of guest room ready aside from the ones you worked on. Should be launched tomorrow. Drop by if you can. Okay. So that's the... So that's the... I think that's going to be the thing that unlocks the last, like, feature, which is supposed to be, like, the VIP rooms. And then I think after that, that's basically everything. Because once we do the VIP room, I think we can unlock the ability to spend like 100 tickets to take a second tour with Captain. Essentially, so. Man. Sorry about the coughing. Like I said, I ended up choking on my drink. It just did not work out for me, so... Alright, so we are going to... dig right here. We are going to bury... I would hydrate, but I'm actually out of hydration, so I'm gonna bury our gyroid, water him, and I'm actually gonna go get some hydration myself, so give me just a second. gonna water them a few times. I don't know if you get anything for like watering the gyroid multiple times. Okay. Give me just a second. Enjoy the music. I'm gonna give me some water. Okay. Here's that hydrate. Just so you can see it with your own eyes. Okay. Alright, let's go see if there's any more. Butterflies in our garden here. Fortunately for us, no. There are a bunch more seashells, though. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a Nook Mile, so I can go get some weeds. Imagine we get Tarantula Island though with Flick here. That would actually be a godsend, to be honest. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you down. The night's starting to get overcast, so I don't know if we're gonna have shooting stars for much longer. Could have one more though. Usually, like I said, they usually come in like 3 or 5. Yeah, so that was 5. So we missed 1. And then we got like the last 4. So I'm gonna put this stuff here. Just because I don't really want to sell it through the box and lose out on all the money that we're gonna make on it. So I'm gonna put that stuff there for selling tomorrow, and we'll just sell that stuff tomorrow. And then we'll take a Nook Miles trip. We haven't done one of those in a while anyways. I'm surprised there's no coconut cooking recipes. There's gotta be, right? Like, there's gotta be some recipes where you cook with coconuts. Probably just don't have them yet. There's like, I think there's like over 100 recipes or like close to 200 recipes. I think there's a bunch. So, like, would not surprise me. Also, I think we have some Nook Miles tickets, but I'm just gonna buy one because I don't remember if we have any. Because we were saving up to get our last villager, but also we have some cash on us. I'm very curious how close we are. We are 18,000. We are 18,000 away. That is crazy, man. That's so funny. This would be, like, again, this would be the perfect time to get Tarantula Island. Because we could come back with like 8 tarantulas, walk up to Flick and be like, give us cash. I mean, we could also get a treasure island. There's an island that we got before where there's a rock blocking a jumping point, and in the middle there's 5 rocks that are all lucky rocks that spit out money. So, like, we could also just get that island. Alright. But we'll see what we get. Again, ideally we just get someplace that has a lot of weeds. We used up all our weeds making mossy rocks to sell for one of the hot items, so... Yeah, it looks kind of basic, so... I'm going to customize both our shovel and our net, just in case. By the way, again, if you haven't been here, customizing it resets the durability, so that's why I'm customizing it versus, like, making a new one. Also, with the Nook Mile Islands, we can shake trees, and there should be a wasp and a furniture. Also, if the wasp nest falls on you, you could still do the same trick. So, that you do. We'll get a message in a bottle on this island. Again, we're mainly here for the weeds, but we'll take any other valuables this island wants to give us. Cypress bathtub. I think we already have that. But still counts towards our Shady Shakedown, which gives us 3,000 more miles. Which is 1,000 more than we just had before we bought our ticket, so... Coming to this island just net us 1,000 extra miles, so I guess that makes it worth it too. There is a chance when you hit these rocks to get gold out of them as well, which is one of the rare crafting supplies. They did add in 2.0, I believe, a bunch of gold recipes that come from the cranky villagers, I want to say. So, if you have a cranky villager in your town, you want to make sure you're the bestest of friends with them, because I believe they have all of your furniture, but in gold. So, you also want to make sure you have a lot of gold, because otherwise, you know, making those recipes is going to be very difficult. You know what? I might just start catching bugs so we can... We're so close to paying off our loan. I would love to pay off my loan tonight, so that way when we start our stream tomorrow, we'll have paid off our loan. Oh, Emperor Butterfly is a good thing to see when you want to pay off your loan. Thank you. Apparently the gods have heard us. Because they're like, I hear you want to pay off your loan. Here is 6,000 bells. Oh, that's a tarantula. Told you they sneak up on you. That's fine. That's the first time actually run into the fainting, so we'll get the ticket. I didn't even see it, to be honest. Where the heck was that thing? I'm gonna have to keep an eye to the ground now. I love how they're like, here's the Emperor Butterfly, here's a tarantula. By the way, you might notice the shadows of all the big fish there. There is a fish that is pretty valuable. There's a $4,000 koi that could be one of these shadows, but it's also about the same size as the very less valuable carp that also spawns this time of year. If you want to see our adventures with catching way too many koi, we have 2 streams of us doing that. So again, we played this pretty vanilla. There's a lot of us catching a lot of fish and a lot of bugs and all of that fun stuff. So if you wanna see that stuff, you can check out our streams. Everything is in a playlist over on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, the link should be at the top of chat. If you're on YouTube, well, you're already there, so just check out the playlist while you're there. Alright, let's... Since we know tarantulas are out and about, let's try to be a little bit more safe. Interesting that it attacked us on the island and not at our house, our home island first. Okay. Did we do this rock? Oh, we did. Okay. We've done that rock. That's why I leave at least one hole near every rock, is so I know which rocks we've done. Okay, so we've done all the rocks. We've not done this tree. Man, I kind of wish we caught that tarantula. Because that's cash money. Where you at, Mr. Tarantula? I want to show you how to catch you for all the fans at home. Of course, now you're not going to show up. You're scared now that you know I'm looking for you. Basically, what we're listening for, there's like a hissing noise, and then we get to play the best game of red light, green light with a spider that you'll ever see. If you've not seen it before. Sorry, I'm just circling to see if we can find him again. They're not very rare, which is interesting, because like we've caught them before. How much weeds? Okay, we got 67 out of it. So that's not too bad. Where you at, tarantula friend? You don't want to respawn for us? Because usually you can see them from afar. They're big hairy spiders, right? Like, you've not seen a tarantula in real life. Again, not to be confused with the spider, which are things that fall out of the trees when you shake them at night. Which is actually surprising we haven't seen them. Like I said, they might despawn in February. Because certain bugs show up at certain times. We saw a bagworm earlier, which are the things that go boing when you shake the trees. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to get the tarantula to respawn, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just grab this snowflake and head back. I'll grab this one too. Alright, no tarantula friend. Although, I will say, for the first time in 21 days of playing this, that was the first time we got knocked out. So, that is, quite a good record, I would say. Mainly because I was just sitting there like, hey, let's go move around this island, do things, and the spider was just like, gah! Okay. So we got 67 weeds. That should hold us over for a while. Should hold us over for a while. Oh, there's a tiger beetle. These guys are not. Where did he go? Did he scare off? I guess he got scared off when we swung at the snowflake? That was weird. I've never seen him scare off from that distance. Don't know why that didn't catch. I was like, it must be 1 o'clock or something, because they don't bring out the trumpet until it's, like, late. And yes, the music does change depending on what time of the day it is. Also, it depends on the weather, too. Ooh, another emperor. I don't care if the snowflake. Give me that emperor. Any more emperors want to say hello to us? I would love to say hello to another emperor. Mole crickets are still next to worthless. Alright, is Flick still hanging out in our orchard? That seems to be the Flick hangout spot. Not that I mind. It is a nice orchard. I'm not seeing them. Yep, there they are. Yeah. So they mentioned a snail. We actually can't catch a snail. Snails appear on rocks and bushes when it's raining. So the winter equivalent of rain is snow, and snails can't appear in the snow. Unfortunately. So. Okay. Do we make over 20k here? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? We need 20k. We need 20k to pay off our loan. You're killing me, Flick. Oh, man. Where'd that other snowflake go? Catching snowflakes because we used a whole bunch making those ski slope. That was a swing and a miss. At this point, I'm just going to catch all the bugs. Flick is the only way for us to make money tonight. Because if you sell things to the box, you don't get payment until tomorrow. So... basically, if we don't catch the damselflies, which are the only dragonflies, it's basically the citrus beetle, the damselflies, and the emperor butterflies are the only things that we catch. I mean, technically the tarantulas can show up too. But we've had one tarantula sighting and it killed us, so... You also gotta be careful in town, because the tarantulas love to, like, hide behind stuff. So you'll be like, hey, what's that? And they'll just, like, stab you from behind a tree or a house. So that's why they're extra dangerous. You know what? Calling it now. The stream doesn't end until we pay off our loan, which is, like, literally, like, a single butterfly. Or a tarantula. We're gonna keep catching snowflakes, too. I think a tarantula... How much does a tarantula cost? I think a tarantula would also pay off our loan. Pretty sure. Yeah, tarantulas are 8,000. So that would be 12,000 by itself if we could find one tarantula. Because, again, remember, Flick is, price and a half, essentially. Come here, damselfly. I hear a present. Oh, that's too far to the left. I was gonna laugh so hard if a tarantula just popped out from behind the tree. How much damselflies? And have them on here. How much is a damselfly? Damselfly. Okay. 500. They're 500 a piece, so it's 750. Oh man, this game is trolling me. Colorful wheel. Wait, is that what I think it is? Is it the wheel? Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, I love the wheel. Okay, go straight through it, that's fine. Miss it like a chump. I'm very scared of our orchard, because that would be a terrible place to try to fight a tarantula. That would be like a circle of hell. Just a tarantula in our orchard. Let's see, I heard another star. So if that's one, we'll see. Usually, again, they come in packs of 3 or 5. I don't know how many times you have to do this. That's 2. That's 3. Another damselfly right there. That's 4, so there should be 1 more. As far as I know, it's never 4. It's either 3 or 5. There's another damsel. You're literally like, hey, you want 17 damselflies? Yeah, there's 5. So. They're really gonna make us work for this. Oh, hey, Tex, what were you doing hiding behind the house like a psychopath? I guess fishing, but Jesus. If you're a tarantula, you would have killed us by now. By the way, I think moths are even less than damselflies. Oh, this is so funny. This has to be like the probably is the cringiest Animal Crossing stream to date at this point. Just like the like slowest climb to 20k bells. Because let's see. These are 750 a piece, right? So we need to make 3,500. So that would be what, like 6 of them? No, not even that much. It's like 5 of them. Okay, it's 4.5. So if we catch 2 more of those, we could essentially, get our loan paid off. So we need 5. That's so funny, dude. You thought catching 1,000,000 koi was bad. Here we are just trying to... You know what? Just for the hell of it, let's catch a moth too. Just insult to injury. What the hell? Oh, ha! Sure, why not? Oh, now we get the thing to catch 3 snowflakes. I guess we can do that along the way. You weren't looking for that fish, were you there, Tex? Nice fishing, Tex. Alright, that's one. Oh, there's a citrus beetle. We're just gonna catch all the things tonight. Screw it. It's a bug catching night. Flick decided to show up. Flick's gonna get all the bugs. You love bugs so much, buddy. Here's everything I can catch in the middle of the night. Pay me. Again, I'm kind of surprised we did not run into a spider. I guess, again, I guess they stopped spawning in February. Yeah, I know I had a present. You weren't tricking me this time. I was like, is that the waves? That's got to be the waves again. And then I was like, no, I see that shadow. You don't think I'm getting that golden slingshot? You crazy. Rattan wardrobe. Man, I am off my game with these snowflakes tonight. Haven't caught them in a while. Haven't really needed them. Not going for sea creatures. Here, a mole cricket. Okay, I'll show you how the mole crickets work, actually. So what you're doing is you essentially listen for where it's loudest. And then you dig. So I think it's like right here. Oh no, it's like right here. Where the... This is why mole crickets are annoying. Because even with headphones, I'm struggling to find this dang guy. There he is. That's a mole cricket. Where'd he go? Oh, I think he fell in a hole. Oh well. What the hell? Come back here, damselfly. Watch me get eaten by a... Where'd damselfly go? This is where I get attacked by a dang... Man, my aim is off today. So I get attacked by a dang tarantula. Chasing all these dang bugs around. Alright, we should have enough bugs. I'm gonna check our garden one last time, and then we'll head over to Flick. Hopefully have enough money to... pay off our loan. Pay off our loan for the night. What an adventure we've had tonight, man. I was waiting for there just to be an emperor butterfly in here just to troll us. Just to be like, hey, by the way. Surprise. Alright. And now you can see why mole crickets are so annoying. It's like even with the headphones, it's kind of hard to hear where exactly the thing was. Alright. Alright, where are you? There you are. Dung beetle. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a dung beetle today. I think unfortunately our dung beetle decided to take a swim. So, moth, damselfly, moth, damsel, 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 and citrus horn beetle. Tell me I have enough to... Ooh, just enough. But I think that puts us at 20, yeah. Okay, that should be enough. I swear to God, if I get killed by a tarantula on my way to the bank, I'm gonna be so mad. It doesn't do anything other than irritate me, but... I catch that just in case we don't have enough money, but I think we would. I think we're good. I think we could pay off our loan finally. Jesus Christ. Paying off our loan at like 1:30 in the morning. Isn't that life, right? Well, except paying off the loan portion. We get to do that in 2026. Oh, we only needed 10,000. Ha! No, we did need 20,000. Okay, I was like, oh, we needed 18, so, yeah. Loan payment from savings. We have a whole 3,000 bells to our name. That's fine, we got stuff to sell outside tomorrow. Home loan paid off. Hey, Nook. Paid off our loan. Talk to us, friend. Hey, D-Man, how you doing today? Build you a basement. About my home. I want to expand. Well, there's some serious sticker shock before. I'm sure you can handle it. I think this is like 1.6. Oh no, it's 2.5. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what it is. The final loan. 2.5 million bells. For the basement. Yeah, that's not getting paid off anytime soon. Just run my face right into that thing. It's fine. I don't need it anyways. Not anytime soon. So, again, the way people usually get around that stuff, there's islands that have like bells. There's also, you could do the stock market where it's a joke. You could buy turnips. There's islands you can go to that have like where you can sell turnips for like the max amount of money, and you can make like literally millions of bells, like where you have like 999,999 bells, and you could just pay off all the loans. Like there's ways of essentially doing this stuff. If now you want to show up, you stupid tiger beetle. Like, if you don't want to deal with all of, like, the grind of, like, paying off your loans or, like, looking for specific furniture or any like that, there's a lot of people in the community that have ways of, like, dealing with that stuff. So, like, if you want to be a part of the community and not deal with all of, like, the waiting for certain, like, events or waiting for certain furniture or, you know, any of that stuff, there's a lot of people in the community that can help you with that stuff. So I would recommend, like, if you're interested in the game and you want to do some of this stuff without having to do all of the, like, really long work, look into that stuff. Again, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just doing it this way because this is how I've always played Animal Crossing. It's not me trying to be like, this is the way you do it. I played on OG back in the day before the internet connection stuff, and you know, before people were talking about time skip. I had to, like, if I wanted to get specific items, I had to print out codes. I don't even know if I still have my binder. I had like a binder that had the codes. You had to literally talk to Tom Nook and be like, I have a code, Tom Nook. And you had to, like, put in, like, a 16-letter code, and then he would give you a piece of furniture that corresponded with that code. And you had to do that for, like, every piece of furniture. If I could find that binder, maybe I'll show it off before we finish this playthrough. But, like, it was... And that's if you wanted, like, specific pieces of furniture. It was... Like, it was a whole thing. You can still do the time skip stuff. But, like... But yeah, it was a different time, right? Like, but there's a lot of different ways you can play this game that you might find a lot more fun. I would definitely look into those ways if you're interested in the game. There's a lot of cool features in this. Again, I'm still playing the Switch 1 version. This is what the Switch 1 version looks like, if you're wondering. If you don't have a Switch 2, you don't really need one, in my opinion, to play the game. I don't really feel like there's any features, in my opinion, that require a Switch 2. So, like, I would say sticking with the Switch 1, if you already have one, is fine. I hear another present. There it is. What are you doing? I swear to God, if a tarantula takes me a while, I'm trying to pop this balloon. What did I knock out of the tree? Oh, stick. I was like, there's no fruit in that tree. What came out of it? Wait, thanks. But, like, I don't know. I find these games fun. They're real time, which, again, it's not something you actually see a lot of. Which is also the main reason why a lot of people don't like these games, is they don't like it that they have to log in every single day to do stuff. So, like, I get it. I get it from both aspects of that game. Like, you know, some people, myself included, like the idea of, like, having to log in, you know, for a little bit each day to do some stuff and find cool stuff. I did not want to put those in storage, dang it. But also, like, now this game does have, I showed it off, I think, the other day, where there's ordinances. So, you, like, if you can only show up at certain times, you can actually change the town to kind of work around some of that. So, like, it's like, oh, I can only play at night. So you can get the stores to stay open later. Not too late, but you can get them to open later. People can stay out later. Stuff like that. So there is things you can do to, like, fit your playstyle, I feel, a little bit better. But again, there's also, like the time skipping and stuff like that you can do to better... what is this again? Flourish. Sure. So... I don't know. If it's not clear, like, if you've not played Animal Crossing... I love Animal Crossing. It is still, even this game, which it has a lot of features that I do like. I will say my least favorite thing about this one is I feel like the catching of things, the bugs and the fish, which is something that I love to do in the Animal Crossing games. I feel like in this game is actually the weakest part of it. So if that's something you enjoy, I would actually say the older games for me are more fun for that. There's just a lot of the if you look at the old games compared to this game, like when you go to a river in the old games, there's like fish, 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 and you can like run back and forth, and there's just fish all over the place. Same thing with bugs. It's like run off screen, come back on screen, bug, 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 just bugs everywhere, right? This game, it's almost the polar opposite. You can run one end of your island and back, and it's like a bug, like a singular bug. Like it's almost night and day, which again kind of goes towards that like checking in every day kind of play style. I think for what they were selling with this experience, it works for that. But me personally, I liked the like catching a whole bunch of stuff a day play style, which this one, it's a little bit harder to do that stuff. Now they do have, in the case of fish, they do have the bait, which is a miserable experience. You have to go dig a clam out of the shore, turn it into bait, throw bait to spawn a fish, and see if it's the fish you want. It's not a good time. If you did not see our trial with the string fish, which if you do not know what the string fish looks like, it is this pain in my behind. Our trial with the saga, as I called it, with the stringfish. Go back and watch some of our older videos. Our saga to catch this dang fish. We spent hundreds of bait trying to catch this thing. We did eventually catch it, as you can see. It has been donated to our museum. But yeah, we had a quite a trial to get that stringfish. Whereas I feel like in the older games, it would have been a little bit easier to do so. But I think for tonight, just because I'm not feeling the greatest, I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a stream early. Usually at this point, we would like go over and probably play some like House Flipper. We were doing Power Wash Sim 2, but we finished that. I've been doing some House Flipper to finish out our kind of like cozy long form streams. Since we finished that, but I do think I'm just going to go ahead and call it early tonight. I do want to say thank you again, Totes, not Phoenix, for the raid, and everybody that came over. If you're still hanging out with us, I do really appreciate that. We will be back tomorrow afternoon with more of this, so if you want to see us do the dailies again, if you want to see what it's like during the day, when we're not, being accosted by a tarantula hiding in the grass on an island. Also, if you want to see what the next evolution of the hotel is, which should be tomorrow, also, you get to see us with our basement, which is I believe the final house upgrade. There might be one more, actually. I think they added one more upgrade. I might be mistaken, but it's going to take us a while before we get that, if there is another upgrade, because 2.5 million bells is quite a few bells when you're doing it vanilla. But yeah, so we're gonna probably play this for a little bit longer, probably till the end of the week at the latest, just to see a little bit more features of the 3.0 stuff and the 2.0 stuff. 2.0 was mainly just a lot more content and cooking. So there's a lot more furniture, there's a lot more, of course, there's cooking, there's just more to the game in 2.0 from what I was doing research on. And then 3.0 added the hotel and a little bit more extra features, more storage and stuff like that. Yeah, so we're going to probably do this till roughly like Sunday-ish at the very latest for Animal Crossing, and then we'll probably end up calling our playthrough of it done there. Because again, this is a game that you can play throughout the year, and they have seasonal stuff going on. They have like, they call it, I think it's Bunny Day for like Easter. They've got Christmas, they've got Halloween. Their seasonal stuff is always like usually like weeks long for that stuff. Like you're doing stuff throughout the week to gather things up for the big celebrations. And then there's like furniture that's usually just for those holidays. It's very cool. Like I said, I love the Animal Crossing series. It is one of my favorite series, which I know is very weird to hear me say, given that like some of my other favorite series are things like Fatal Frame and Silent Hill. You're like, those don't have anything in common, which I know. But I don't know. I really do enjoy this series. It is a very fun series I've been playing for a very long time. Um, and I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. If it's not your vibe, if you're like, man, I came here for the horror stuff and all the other things, this ain't it. Don't worry, we're probably not going to be playing it for much longer, and I promise you will enjoy the stuff that comes after. If the other stuff is the reason why you're here, you will enjoy what comes after Animal Crossing. I promise. Just hang out with us for another week or so. And you'll get some fun content. I promise. As for tomorrow's schedule, back to the normal schedule. Hopefully, barring any issues. The afternoon we'll do Animal Crossing, and if we get through things quick enough, we'll do a little bit of House Flipper. And then in the evening, we will be back with more South of Midnight. So if you're here for like horror and horror adjacent stuff, we'll be continuing our South of Midnight playthrough. I think we're on chapter like 5 or 6. And I think the game showed us that there's like 14 chapters. So we're roughly like halfway, but it depends on how long the chapters are. One of the chapters was like very short. So if there's other short chapters, we might be able to get through it next stream. I'm not sure. But either way, our evening streams, we rotate between Friends' Favorite Retro and a horror game. So we're going to be doing our horror game tomorrow night. Let me take a drink real quick. Wednesday, barring any other issues or schedule changes, we should be doing a long stream. We've kind of changed our schedule to do. It's kind of like a half and half. It's a long stream of Animal Crossing that goes directly into a stream of the Division 2. It's a collaborative stream with the Void, the Leave Ending and Void After. I was going to combine their names for some reason. The Void Ending. But anyways, the Leave Ending and Void After 12 p.m. We do the Division 2 cooperatively, collaboratively. We are like in the 20th levels, like around level 20. So we're probably going to be knocking out most of that content pretty effectively. So we should be heading into the DLCs. I would say within a couple of streams. That'll be Wednesday. So Animal Crossing directly into Division 2. And then, unless we get done with it really quickly, in which case we'll probably do like a House Flipper thing and then Division 2. Either way, Division 2 will be Wednesday, no evening stream. And then Thursday we'll be back with Legend of Zelda in the evening. So that should be roughly what's going on this week. And if all of that sounds interesting or any of that sounds fun to you, the best way to stay in tune with all of that is to throw us a follow, or if you're over there on YouTube, a subscription. Both are completely free and help the channel out tremendously. Also, feel free to share us out with your friends, your family, your Discord communities. We are family friendly here, except when we do collabs. Everyone is welcome as long as they are kind. That is it. That is the only prerequisite. Also, a follow and a subscription will let you know when we go live. I have updated the schedules to show you that we go live at 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. every day, but Saturday, we do not stream on Saturdays. It should tell you when we go live for your time zone. It does the math so you don't have to. And finally, if you miss any of our playthroughs, the Animal Crossing from yesterday, I think, or the day before, whenever, the Animal Crossing, that stream that we did that was not on YouTube, is up on YouTube now. So if you missed that, it is up there. I will get the House Flipper up there as soon as possible, or as soon as I can, at least. But all the videos are here on Twitch for 30 days and on YouTube for the foreseeable future. So go check that out. I try to put everything in playlists, so you should be able to find everything you're looking for, whether it's horror, whether it's variety, whether it's cozy, just whatever you're looking for. We do a lot of horror, though. We've been mainly a horror channel since I've been doing this 5 years. 5 years, there's tons of horror stuff. But we do also do a lot of retro stuff as well, so you can find that. But I'm going to get out of here. I need some rest. It's been a very long day for me. Very, very long day. So remember to take care of yourself mentally and physically. Both are very important. Remember to stay hydrated. And as always, remember, we make the world a better place. And all you have to do is be kind. Let's find someone to raid. Also, bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Jesus. I am, struggling this evening. Let's see. Who do we got? Let's see who we got.